Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Try Stellar Tactics. So at the end of the previous episode we landed on a planet that's called ep.12. We got the mission to eliminate a wanted criminal here in this base, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today, and in the process we will check how the RPG part of the game works. So we have our four-man team. Let's actually switch. I want to have our melee guy in the front. So she should be more tanky. When we check the character, yeah, she has endurance 31. The other option would be Patrick here, a specialist in shotguns. But the problem from time to time here is that your people can block each other's movement. So I prefer having a person with the melee weapon in front so that that person can freely move forward and all the other people have ranged weapons. I have two people with rifles, one person with shotguns and one person with the two-handed weapon. I wanted to try melee weapons. So far I'm really not a big fan, but as you can see, I have only skill 23 compared to my riflemen who are getting pretty close to 100. So I want to keep leveling the two-handed weapon skills and see if on higher levels it gets better. But well, as I said, we want to have our melee specialist in front, and let's see what we run into, because I have a feeling we're gonna be fighting against just humans, no mutants, no like xenomorphs, no phage, nothing like that. And humans actually are the most dangerous enemy, especially when they have heavy weapons. Let's be careful. I don't want to repeat my mistake that I made recently off camera. I'm checking for what we can loot. What the hell? Hey, where did you come from? Okay, I hope that we can move. Oh, they were hidden here, and as we moved into the room, they were able to see us. Okay, so we are fighting against mutants. That's interesting. This original name, Reaver. So let's move so that we have 5 action points left. You can see that in the bar in the middle of the screen. And each of our weapons, here you can see how much ammo is currently loaded in the weapon. Here's how much we have, and how many action points do we have to use the weapon. Here we have the option to use a burst or a single shot. Of course, single shot is cheaper than the burst, but burst does more damage. And because this Reaver is pretty close, I'd like to take him out. We have the option to target different body parts, but I'm basically always trying to shoot the head. I think that's the most effective way. Once you get to 100% headshots, there is no point in shooting anything else. So let's see how much damage we can do. 186 wasn't a bad hit, but you can see this thing has a lot of hit points. We managed to inflict bleed. That's one of the like debuffs that we can inflict on them. It's based on what type of weapon we have and how we decide to specialize in the weapon. Rifles can cause bleeding. For example, shotguns can stun the enemy, and there are some other effects. So because we are just using basically shotguns that can stun, two-headed weapons that can stun as well, and rifles that can cause bleeding, you won't see anything else, but there are some other effects as well. Okay, spend all the action points, so let's move on. Now they will move to us. They're not that fast, but they hit pretty hard. We'll have to stun at least some of them somehow. Look at them, it's 5 of them. Basically ran into a trap. Let's switch maybe to single shots. I have a mod on my shotgun that allows me full auto mode. It costs 7 hit points, but it does insane damage. But because there's 5 of them, I will try to stun 2 of them. Shotguns can stun, so let's try if we can do it. This one, let's say, it doesn't really matter which ones, as long as we stun something. No, that didn't work. Now he's stunned. You can see around his head these dots, that means he is stunned. And I think we probably should defend there. That way we'll avoid some damage from the first attack. Okay, who is next? Again, we want to have 5 action points available after we move. That should work. And I can't really hit this one because these 3 are blocking line of fire. So I might as well attack the one that is closest. Oh, that's not a mutant. Basically, there are different levels of these enemies. All these are mutants, so these are like the basic ones. Then you can see the Reaver even looks a little bit different. And then we have Strain X, which is like a higher version of these. So more hit points, more damage. Might be better to just attack one of the mutants, try to kill him. I doubt that I can one-shot the Strain X, but might be able to kill this. Nope. I was hoping for a crit. Yeah, that's a bad start. Okay. So, he can't do anything because they blocked his path. This gives us some more time. Let's try to finish off this one. That was the crit for 500. That was what I was hoping would happen with the first shot. Now, the only thing that we can hit basically is that Strain Axe. This one is stunned for 1 more turn, so we don't have to worry about that. And now with the heavy weapon, you can see because I have a lower skill around 25, maybe not even that. I don't even have 100% chance to hit torso. But I have a small chance that I could stun him, so that's what I'm hoping would happen. Head is 73, no, that's not quite enough. Let's hit the torso. Nope. The chance to stun right now is quite low, but it was worth trying. Yeah, and now it'll probably take a lot of damage. So that was the first attack was mitigated thanks to the defense, but now we'll take a lot of damage, as you can see. Okay, how much ammo do we have? For the full burst, we need 7 action points, which we have. And we need, this needs 8 shots to be in the weapon, which we have as well. We can try to kill that strain. And as you can see, even without the crit, it was over 400 damage. Oh, that's another one out. Who is next? 194. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We have the bleed, but the bleed is not strong enough to kill him. And I think Patrick is going down, but it doesn't mean he's dead. He's just knocked out. And if one person survives the fight, then everyone just like wakes up at the end of the fight, and you can keep going. Just one person has to survive. If they don't, then it's game over. Okay, there we go. 2 of them down. Oh, and by the way, I turned off the option that the line of fire would be blocked by our own people, so I can shoot through my people. It's just super frustrating because it's not always clear when someone is in the line of fire, and sometimes you accidentally shoot your people and you don't think they're actually blocking the shot. So I just turned it off. But there is the option that you can really go super realistic and you can't shoot through your people. Okay, let's try to kill this thing finally. So as you can see, the damage from two-handed weapons is pretty bad. But again, it could be just because the or my skill with two-handers is still too low. Would you please finally die? Okay, there we go. Let's try to loot everything. Why can't I move? Anything interesting? We don't really need intelligence helmet. What is this? That's a big weapon, level 22 with 2. This is an interesting one. I may actually try this. I think I have one person in reserve, a big gun specialist. And this is not bad. I like that it has two like sockets for mods. Yeah, this looks good. Just a normal mod, some ammo. Speaking about ammo, I probably should reload all the weapons. Not much to see here. What is this? Don't really care about SMGs, some more ammo, and another augmentation health pack. Now you want to switch to our hacker so we can open the locker. There. And here is one of my complaints about this part of the game. Hacking is boring. You just see the number and click on it on the pad. You have less and less time. The more numbers there are, the less time you have for each number. And the sixth number, when you have a 6-digit code, is almost impossible to hit in time for the first attempt. But you can try again, and then you know the number. So it just feels boring, really, and I think the system for hacking should be upgraded. Also, as you are hacking something, your hacking skill goes up, but all that changes is that you have a higher chance to succeed on auto hack, but the auto hack takes basically the same amount of time as if you are doing it manually. So I don't know, the system just could probably use some change. I don't really see how that would work in a way that would be fun. But well, it's just one small thing, and it's definitely not the high priority at this stage of the development. So just mentioning. See, the same thing again. You have to wait for the number. So let's say first 3 are kind of boring. You have to wait until the timer runs out, even after you click on the number. And the problem is that almost all the lockers and boxes and everything in the game are closed or locked, so you have to hack them. So you see the hacking minigame very often. Oh, is this just one box that's on both sides of the wall? Okay. Hey. But now, for some reason, the pathing got screwed. What the heck is this? Another train, but this is a cool design. Too bad that the lightning doesn't allow us to see him exactly. And the thing looks pretty scary. Okay. Well, can we move out of there? Of course we can't. Yeah, this is the problem with the melee weapons. Now there is no way I'd be able to move through. So how's she called? Brett will just stay behind and won't be able to do anything. What else do we have? Mutant, Reaver. Really should take out this thing first. 225 credit, that was nice. And now we can use the shotgun. So let's go for a burst. That should be a kill, I would say. Yep. And Now we still have 3 more action points. We can try to stun maybe the Reaver. Nope. Oh, that was a mistake. I didn't notice that he had the defend active. When they are actively defending, it's better to first use single shot to get rid of the defense and then use the burst. I screwed up here. Well, we did enough damage so that he's running away. And you can see that the pathing is sometimes weird, and you also see some missing animations here and there. It's clear that like polishing these things is definitely not a high priority. But the basics of the combat do work, and especially when you are fighting against humans, it can be pretty challenging, especially with heavy weapons. When they have like rocket launchers, sometimes you die before even you know what hit you. Can we just finish this one off before he runs away? And again, it seems like the game still thinks there is the enemy that just died and can't get through. This is weird sometimes. It doesn't happen always, but as you can see, it does happen. So that makes the combat quite easy, and the mobs can't get to you. There we go, we have a skill up and level up. It doesn't always mean when you get a skill up, you get a level up as well. This is just a coincidence that we got both. Not enough AP. Oh, wait, yeah. He's bleeding. I actually don't think that the bleed is strong enough still. Well, let's make sure he goes down. And this one, somehow, we have line of sight. Let's swap to the burst. Oh, again. We actually got lucky and managed to crit him, so there was... we managed to get through the defense, but... I'm forgetting about the defense most of the time. Always, like, click on them, and when I do it, at the same moment I realized, hey, they have active defense. I probably shouldn't have done it that way, but... Usually that's not a big deal. Okay, what are you looking at? Pistol. We could use a pistol as a secondary weapon. Problem is I am not training anyone with pistols, and we need to have pistol skill at least 19 to be able to use this. So we could just be carrying this thing in our inventory for a long time before someone can use it. I'll just sell it. Reload before I forget. And I'll just pick up the loot. That was a one-handed weapon, and the rest is kind of garbage. Okay, where do we go now? The exit from this zone is here, so we should probably go the other way around. Let's go this way. Oh, here is something. There is another one. Still mutants. That's odd because we were sent to eliminate a criminal. I'd expect that to be a human, not a mutant. But I think it's possible that mutants can be criminals as well. Okay, let's just turn around. Another mutant. Well, mutants are actually pretty easy to kill. By far the most dangerous enemies are humans when they are using different types of weapons. The problem with mutants is that most of them are melee. Maybe even all of them actually are melee. So before they get to you, you kill like half of them, and then you just can switch to full automatic mods on your weapons and kill the rest before they can really do too much damage. There should be another one. What I'm really missing in this game are some like boss fights. Right, this feels like you're just killing a normal soldiers. He bled out, and it's the same thing over and over again. There are, of course, different types of enemies in different missions, but you'll be most likely just killing mutants in this mission over and over again. And I'd like to see at least something that looks like a boss in the end. Technically, the target of the mission is stronger, but the difference is not noticeable enough. So what I would like to see is something significantly bigger, more nasty, and then see a reward that's like worth it. Doesn't have to be like a legendary item every time, but you know, you want that feeling that you've defeated something dangerous. This one is actually quite strong, the reverse train axe. Can we move so that we have 5 action points and try to burst him down? There, 700 crit. Maybe I need to travel a little bit farther away from the center of the galaxy to find some more challenging fights, because now when my weapon skills are closing to 100, maybe I'm just too close to the center and fights are too easy here. But it wasn't that difficult to get my skills to level 100. I mean, it took a few hours, but considering how grindy other parts of the game can be, it really wasn't too bad. What is this? Two-handed weapon. We have a better one. We have better shields, or at least comparable shields. Let's reload, and that reminds me, Patrick just got a level up. So every time you level up, you get 5 points that you can invest into 2, 4, 6, 7 different abilities. I can hover over. There should actually, down here is the description. So strength increases like. We can actually read it. Contributes heavily to melee weapon damage. One-handers, two-handers, unarmed, and plus the fixed bonus per point to your maximum hit points, so more hit points. Agility is used for melee weapons, both one-handers, two-handers, and unarmed combat as well. Affects initiative and dodging melee attacks. So I'm trying to build Patrick partially as a tank, because shotgun has quite a short range. So he often has to be close to the enemy. So I'm investing a few points to agility here and there. Then we have dexterity. You basically want some dexterity on all of your characters. Contributes to damage for all weapon types, both range and melee. Affects your ability to hack computers and devices, craft complex items. Crafting is still not in the game as far as I know. And the same goes for repairing objects. And it's an effect. Has an effect on initiative which determines your turn order in combat. So you want to increase dexterity for the damage and for the initiative. Both are pretty important. So again, you want to throw in a point here and there, because I want Patrick to have at least some hit points, right? He is close to the enemy. Point to endurance. Don't care about charisma. I sometimes like invest a point in charisma for someone else. We'll get to that, because it affects I think trading. Allows you to strike better bargains with merchants, develop relationship with factions quickly, and may open up alternate opportunities as you explore the universe. I'm not sure that, I don't think that the last part is implemented in the game yet. You also gain bonus to leadership, which raises your initiative. You probably want one person with higher charisma, but you can get some bonuses to charisma, for example, from your gear. So yeah, I have one person with a little bit higher charisma, but it's not the top priority. And then perception, probably the best stat for people who are using ranged weapons. Perception contributes to damage with ranged weapons. It increases your maximum range, chance to hit your enemy, and provides a bonus to your chance to score a critical hit. So basically buffs up every single aspect of your skill with the ranged weapon. Perception may allow you to see things that are hidden on top of that. So it's gonna be 2 points in perception. Intelligence increases the speed at which you learn a skill. It also affects your initiative, which determines your turn order in combat. High intelligence may allow you to focus your psychic energies. Maybe because intelligence allows us to learn things faster, maybe a point here and there into intelligence is not completely wasted either. Up until now, I basically ignored intelligence, but when I read the description again and realized it speeds up the leveling of skills, I changed my mind a little bit, and I do invest a point there in it here and there. Okay, now we assign those points. You can see that our hit points went up a little bit, for example, and all the other numbers should have been adjusted accordingly. And here is my trader, charisma 8, and when we switch, I should have some charisma on gear. So overall, it's actually it's just from gear. Actually, I thought I had more. Do I have? Maybe I just gotten rid of it because I didn't see difference significant enough. I think I had a full set of gear with charisma. Or maybe I've just decided to get rid of it. Oh, whatever. Okay, let's keep fighting. Did I miss some loot? No. And always when you kill all the enemies in the zone, or the target that you have in the zone, it changes color. It's not gray or black anymore. It goes bright green, so you know you can move to the next zone. And actually we do have some people here. This guy has something that looks like some kind of a weird shotgun, rifle, whatever. And there's one more that we can't see yet. Okay, let's move closer. Again, to make sure we have 5 action points. Oh, there he is. This looks like some kind of energy weapon. Probably like a laser rifle, something like that. Those are not that dangerous. Yeah. As I mentioned multiple times, what you have to be really afraid of are big guns. Those can do insane damage. But other than that, wait. Switch to single shot. There's the stun. Good. Yeah, it's some kind of an energy weapon, but as you can see, the damage is quite low. Can we get a shot from here? We can. And that's it. I will have to try and travel farther away from the center of the galaxy, see if the enemies become stronger, because it just seems like they overall have quite low skills with weapons they are using. So maybe when we fly farther away from the center, they'll just become more dangerous because they will be able to handle their weapons better. Okay, not much to see here or here. Actually, stun grenades are very nice. And you can see that it's now bright green, so all the enemies in this zone should be dead. Let's quickly check if there is something we could still loot. And nothing here. And nothing here either. Okay, let's get to the exit. And in the next zone, we should find the mission objective. This is why I went for a short mission, because when you have like a medium missions, you are talking 4 or 5 zones, and when you have a long mission, it can go over 10, and that really takes a while. So I just wanted to show you how this works. We could later do some more missions if you guys are interested, because the longer mission you accept, the better the reward in the end is. And I think for long missions you have a guaranteed legendary item. So, I mean, it takes a long time, but the reward is very nice. So there are definitely like advantages of doing long missions. Okay. This autosave every time you enter a new zone is very useful, because sometimes you really open the first door, get hit by an RPG to the face, and you are very happy that you have a save file that's not that far away. And it really saved my ass multiple times that I didn't have to reload like an hour of gameplay. How does it look like? Wow, this looks disgusting. That's actually quite small. Let's get out of here. Door is closed on this side. Okay, let's go this way. There's something we can check. Oh, something somewhere. Mutants. What the heck is this? Abomination Reaver. Wow, I've never seen that one actually. Look at that. Look at the head. That's cool. Oh, that looks so damn good. Too bad you can't zoom even closer. But again, it looks like it's just a melee enemy, which means we should be able to kill him before he gets anywhere near us. This time I noticed that he has defense active, so we'll use a single shot Ferris to get rid of that. See, it completely blocked even the crit. And now when it's gone, we can go for full burst and crit for 227. And it doesn't have that many hit points. And as you can see, our melee person, I still don't remember her name, Brit, she didn't get to do a single attack. That's why it's so difficult to level up melee skills when you add someone with like a melee specialist later in the game. He just never gets to do anything, and you are leveling your skills based on how often you use them. So yeah, sometimes I have to like force longer fights. I just skip some attacks so that Brit can do something. Patrick can move a little bit closer. I don't think he's close enough. 60%. Let's at least hit the torso. 70 something. Should be fine. And we managed to get the stun there. These ranged stuns are a little too OP, I would say. When you can stun someone over half of the map, that really feels like cheating. Especially against the melee mobs. But on the other hand, when you are fighting large groups of humanoids with ranged weapons, you are so happy that you can stun some of them before they completely destroy you. Okay, Brit, move forward. I think we can just sit here, even without any defense. When you have unspent action points at the end of turn, up to 2 points are carried over, so you can start the turn not with 8 but with up to 10 action points. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Oh, that was our objective. Mission updated. You render justice, whatever. You render justice on the wanted criminal. Return to more eyes and located at ADWAP of 3. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that was easy. Not enough AP. Wait, switch. We still have to finish the combat. There are, what, 4 more mutants. Well, let's try to get a skill up for Brett. This is 100%. What the hell is this? Just a mutant. Surprised that he has still more than half hit points. Wait. Actually, let's try to finish him off just this way. There we go. Nice crit. And the level up.
Okay, that was easier than I thought.
That was a nice crit. Let me hit this one. Well, we can try. As you can see, the shotgun really isn't that effective when they're far away. And let's attack him. You should be able to hit him at least twice. 1, 2. That's basically it. Now we again would have to wait a pretty long time to be able to do anything to him. And then you shoot him once and he's gone.
Critical hit.
Just gonna bleed out. I'm curious, did we get the skill up? Oh, we did. That's what I wanted. I actually missed it. I managed to get to level 100 with rifles. That's my first character who managed to get to level 100. And that's the last time when I can somehow modify the skill. So when we open our options, we have Hot Flash. Your ability to pick out weak spots in your enemy's defenses has improved. 5% to damage and 10% chance to hobble your opponent. So hobble is another like debuff that you can apply. Then we have Warbender. Experiences further balance your ability to defend yourself and detect your enemy's weak spots. 5% to damage and 5% to armor class. This is not accuracy, this is armor class. Impenetrable. Advanced training results in higher defenses and bleed resistance. 15% to armor class and 15% bleed resistance. You've just seen how the combat works. So for people with rifles, there is no point in going for resistances, at least not for now. I never feel like I'm in danger that I would need higher defenses. Even if the enemies start hitting my ranged characters, it never feels like they're taking that much damage that the bonus would make a noticeable difference. The defensive bonus would just have to be so much higher to make them worth it. So there is definitely some balancing needed, and overall like the combat and the enemies and everything needs some balancing. So far the system is in the game, but the numbers will be changing, I'm pretty sure. We will be taking Hot Flash, and this is our fully modified skill. This actually is not a modifiable slot. Here you can have up to 5 modifiers, and as you can see, I've picked the first one every time. But this is actually something new that wasn't in the game when we played it like a year ago. There are only some skills were modifiable to skill level 60. Now most of the skills should be modifiable all the way to 100. So that was added to the game as well. And wait, we also got the level up, right? So this is our hacker. Hacker is... I still don't remember. Dodging. Yeah. The initiative is nice, but I don't think I want to invest into agility every time. This affects hacking, so let's invest 1 point into dexterity. I think I'll pass on endurance this time. I'll invest 2 points in intelligence and 2 points into perception. You can see that my people who are using rifles, I'm investing into perception very heavily, and it shows in the game how effective those rifles are. Okay, that's that. Let's check our loot. Not much to see
I can't
here.
carry anymore.
Oh, wait, full inventory. We can help that. We have a stash where we can throw everything. It's like a 4 times better capacity than the inventory. What the hell is this? That's probably a bug. Yeah, actually, the picture is still here, but the pike itself is now in the stash, so you can see these small bugs here and there, but nothing that will break the game. That reminds me, I wanted to keep this. Can you maybe throw away? Yeah, I have 1 pistol, but I can't use it. Yeah, I don't care about pistols. I'll never use them anyway. I want to get some characters, or 1 character for each weapon skill, but it's at this stage of the game, these like smaller weapons, it's so ineffective compared to the people who have high skills that it just takes forever to level up. Reload everything, because I don't think the zone is empty. We have killed like the mob that we were supposed to kill, but might be able to find something here still. I will at least pick up the loot. We can sell everything, get some more credits. There is always a chance to find even a legendary that drops from a normal mob, I think. Okay, anything that we can loot? Let's see. It's nice that you can like hover over the map like this, and when you hold tab, you can see objects that can be looted. So you can check where you still want to go. And again, our hacking minigame. Oh, hacking skill improved. Let me actually check. What is my hacking skill? 12. Because I want to see the non-combat skills, how they can be modified. I haven't seen that yet. My highest non-combat skill is probably hacking 12, so I'm still 8 points away from seeing even the first modifier. So I'm quite curious what that might be. I think you can check these things on forums if you want to, but I'd rather just find out myself. Hello? Move. No. We want our hacker to open that thing. 7 1 5 Actually, I want to check if there is still something or if there was just like... No, there are some people. This might not have been the best idea because... Actually, they don't have heavy weapons. 2 of them only have melee weapons, or 3 of them have melee weapons. Should be fine. We just have to stun the people with range weapons. Let's see. And it's more loot. Okay. There we have seen the shield go down, so now he didn't have any defense against the last burst, so the damage you have seen was much higher. 200 for the last burst. Let's take out this one. You don't have your defenses up, so we can use the burst first. And you can see that the damage is pretty insane. Oh, that was a crit. There we go, that's another crit. Okay. We have a chance to hit someone with our melee weapon. Okay, and we got a skill up. But you can see the damage is so bad. I think that even around like skill level 20, my rifles were so much more effective than this. Sure, this guy seems to be pretty tough.
My aim just
And another level up, good.
Better.
So it was worth it staying here. Patrick, please kill him. There we go. Nice crit to the head with the shotgun. We should be able to hit... No, it's too far. Or maybe I don't have line of fire. I probably don't have line of fire on him. If I moved. I think that the rifle should have the range. Yeah, it's still 100% shot. It's another thing about rifles in general, not shotguns, specifically rifles. The range advantage that you have thanks to them sometimes is insane. And you can take down even extremely tough enemies before they get anywhere near you. No, don't have a line of fire. Now let's move a little bit. I want to attack him at least once with the melee weapon. Because every opportunity that you get to level up the melee skill is very welcome. Actually, wait. We can probably try. It's 64, but worth a try. There we go. And it is a stun. There. Let's reload. Pick up all the loot. What is this? Charisma? No. Yeah! The secondary stats are just not high enough. There's nothing here. Oh wait, they'll level up. bit of dexterity. Design, how are we doing? 96. And a 95 for shotguns. Next time I'll probably switch one of our riflemen to the big weapon specialist, because that's another person with a low skill that I would like to level up. I want to see how effective big weapons are when... Oh, hey, more mobs. When you get a high skill level. Because they're already pretty insane on even low levels. Wow, there are just 6 of them? Oh, fine. It looks like only mutants. That's one splash. What is this? Looks different. That's Strain X. And again, for some reason, Brit is the last one in the group. Sometimes it just... it's so much easier to give a rifle to everyone and just shoot everything. You have to make sure that your weapons, or not all of your weapons, are using the same type of ammo. Then you could run out. But you can have a... Ow. What the hell is this? Mutant. Just a normal mutant that looks a little bit different. But you can have one person with the rifle that uses like a normal ammo. Then you can have someone with the energy weapon that also counts as a rifle. And those use different types of ammo. It's not that difficult to have all people with like different weapons, but they all work the same way, and it's so much effective that way. So much more effective. Okay, Brit, time to shine. And again, it really feels like they're blocked either by the corpse, but the corpse isn't there because it exploded. Who's next? Let's try to take out this one. This one's probably blocked.
You're open.
Yes, sometimes they try run away for no reason. Because I don't think that anything like a morale is in the game. If they run or not should be just solely based on how hurt they are. So it almost seemed like he moved away because he doesn't see a way to me. It seems, to him, it seems like the path is blocked, so he just moved away. The pathing definitely could use some improvement.
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
And he's stunned, so we just finish him off. Really? Oh, I can't get there. I should be able to hit him once. Yeah. This is interesting. This is another big gun. This one This one might be even better than the previous one because this one is a little bit different. There are like a large varieties of what counts as big guns, but you have like flamethrowers, you have like energy-based weapons, you have rocket launchers, you have miniguns. All of that counts as big guns, but all of them work are pretty different. For example, this one is range 55, which is pretty damn good range. Does less damage, but only needs fusion cells that are quite easy to get. Much easier to get than, for example, missiles. It also has 2 slots for modifications. Well, we'll take it and we'll check what our heavy weapons or big gun specialist is using. Then I can adjust that off camera. Here we have a plasma rifle. See, it's an energy weapon, but you still need rifle skill. This could be interesting. We could give this one to someone as well. So that, because currently I'm using 2 rifles that are using the same type of ammo, and I want to change them. Until now I wasn't able to find a decent like energy rifle. Endurance, and no, that's not good enough. Okay, and I think we are done. So now to return to the ship, you can buy this device called the device. That when you are done with the mission, just teleports you back to the ship. It's been added throughout the development because it used to be that you had to go back through the whole zone to the exit, and when you are doing like long missions and you had to go back through, let's say, 6 or 7 zones with the loading screen in between each zone, that felt really bad. You were just 30 seconds staring at the like the map as your people were just running, then another 30 seconds on the loading screen, and you had to do that like 6, 7, 8 times. Damn, that felt so boring. Now when you can just teleport to the ship, it definitely feels much better. Okay, I think we scanned all the planets in this system, so we just have to get out of the gravity well and engage FTL drive. I could do this off camera, edit some things out, but I want at least the first mission to be completely recorded. Oh yeah, loading screens. So basically, now we have loading screen to exit the star system, then loading screen to enter star system, loading screen to enter the space station, and then we can finally finish the mission. There really should be something to speed things up. Here, that's where we are heading. And let's go. Luckily, these systems are quite close to each other, so it doesn't take that long to travel between them.
FDL drive disengaged.
Okay, we are almost home, but as I said in the previous episode, you will really learn to hate this loading screen. Come on, load up. This is probably the longest one. When you are entering a star system, then the loading screen takes the longest time. Trade port there. And let's engage the micro warp. looks like the port is on the other side of the planet. So let's go around. We have to go around the gravity well, otherwise they would turn off the micro warp. There. And have to get close enough so that we can enter.
Permission. Docking.
Okay, so we just now go to the faction agent, complete the mission. I want you guys to see the reward. I don't expect anything like too crazy. It was just a short mission. The really good stuff comes from long missions. And then off camera, I'm gonna sell the loot, check those weapons that we found in the end, which of those we want to keep. And next time, we'll probably go mining, and or maybe you can go fighting, like test this ship combat, and then we switch back to mining turrets, and I'll show you how mining works. We don't need that much time for mining. Okay, so let's see what we got. Mission accomplished, fantastic. I have your payment right here. Let me know if you are looking for more work. So we got 18,000 credits. Faction. You gain reputation. I think that's a mistake there. Yeah, you didn't gain a faction, or you gain a reputation with House Halmis 100. You gain House Halmis tokens plus 30. So now I have 141 tokens, which is still not enough to buy any like faction gear. I have one faction item. That's this one. You can see it's a pretty good one compared to like normal. This is actually legendary, and this one feels better. This is a normal one, or normal one, rare one. I have another legendary, but this one doesn't feel that good. So they're definitely pretty good, but it takes forever to get them. Oh, and we got a legendary item as a reward. 5 energy cells, 25 rounds of rifle ammo, Halmis civilian grooved stiletto. So that's one-handed weapon. It kind of sucks because you get these rewards randomly, and that's a weapon we can't use. And combat armor. Yeah, I'm not using the combat armor. That's this one. What is this? Rare scope. I think we also got this as a reward. It's not a bad scope, but actually maybe that is an upgrade. I'm not sure, I don't remember. It is definitely an upgrade. I can already see it. But you'll be using a different rifle. This is the plasma rifle, right? Plasma rifle, yep. Okay, so we can get rid of this one, 232, 163. We'll have to get a mod that will allow us to shoot bursts. And actually, let's put it back. Get rid of the mod. You can see that the picture is the same. It's the same type of mod. So even if you have more than one slot, you can have one type or the specific type of augmentations can be only like used once, so you can't have two scopes on a rifle. That makes sense. So I'll only use the better one. That's this one, and then we want a mod that allows us to use bursts. Or to shoot in bursts. This one is pistol extended mag. This one is stabilize your weapon. It's a rifle grip, dexterity chance that I don't really care about that. I want a different mod, not this one. Do we have it here? I know what I'm looking for. I'm just not sure that I have it. It's not this one. No, I don't think I have it. I'll have to visit the vendor and check. We can do that as well. We can do it now. It shouldn't be that difficult to find it. We just need a normal one. That will do. Okay, so the reward in the end was actually quite decent. Oh, there, it was a part of the reward in the scope as well. One more thing, we can sell him the scan data. I knew that I wanted to talk to him again. And we got here 4 planets, and we got 10,000 for that. So a nice bonus. We didn't get actually as much as I thought we would. Last time I scanned 1 planet and got like probably more than 10,000 for that. I'm not sure what the reward is based on. What is augmentation merchant here? Let's see. It's pistol. Rifle trigger group. That's what we are looking for. Can we get a better one than just a common one? Here, this one. This is what we want. Single, burst, and full auto. Yeah, there's no difference. I just want all the mods available. Buy. And where is it? Here. You can see when we click on the rifle, it has only single shots available right now. When we socket this in, it has single burst and full auto available. You can see the damage increase is pretty noticeable. Okay, what's actually the capacity? 43, that's more than this one. Yeah, this one has 38 as maximum capacity. So that was a pretty good item in the end. I really needed a rifle like this. Let's reload. You can see that it even has a different picture. Okay, let's reload. And I think we are done for today. So I hope that you like this episode. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.